Go over here to project. Let's do a quick save. So if we want to put a mouth bag in this chap here, all I would do is go to, you know, this is a Dynamesh head. I'm going to go to insert a sphere here, and now this is his mouth bag. Let's hit Y so we can go back to our gizmo here. So this is his mouth bag. I'm going to go ahead and split mask points, go into transparency mode so you can kind of see where this mouth bag is. If you want to stretch it out this way, that's fine. If you want to make it wider, that's fine as well. And then we need to match this up with his lips here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to control drag to make this a Dynamesh. And now we can go through here. Let's drop that just a tad. And let's turn on, I guess it doesn't really matter. So we can hold down control. I guess we do have to turn on ghost. So turn on ghost, and we're just going to kind of mask where we want that lip hole to be. And we're just going to match that up with the face. So I'm going to control W to make that a polygroup, and then control shift. And then we will hold down W. Oops. On a solo mode here. Basically what I'm doing is control tapping this polygroup here and then control dragging this out to make a new polygroup. But first what we can do is we can polish that group border. Actually, with this masked, before we polygroup it, let's go over here to geometry, edge loop mask border. That'll give us a little bit of a smoother outline. And now what we can do is hit W, control tap, control drag, and that'll go ahead and drag that out. Now feel free to, like, you know, move this closer to where the lips are going to go. This is going to be your lip hole. You can go through here before you do this, and you can kind of pinch the corners of the lips down a little bit and move this thing around however you want. But now that we have this, what we can do is here's our lips down below. We're going to make this extractive mesh. We've got our head here. I'm going to hit Control W, make this all one polygroup. Make sure Control W, the head's all one polygroup. When I merge these down and then Dynamesh this, now we have a mouth bag in here that's all one polygroup, and then the head that's all one polygroup. So now it's just a matter of, let's go ahead and smooth out these lips a little bit. You can make these lips as good or as fancy as you want. In fact, I would go through here and maybe use your inflate brush to kind of inflate those lips back up a little bit. And sculpt them out however you want. But now that I've got that mouth bag in there, now you just need to go through here and ZRemesh this with your polygroups turned on. So if I had a bunch of detail, I'd want to duplicate this thing off. And then we're going to go into our ZRemesh properties here. And then we're going to say keep groups. We can smooth groups a little bit. Target polygon count, we'll just do half. Adaptive size, we'll turn that down a little bit. And then we'll ZRemesh. So that is going to smooth our groups out along here. We have X symmetry turned on, I think. So then when we get our new ZRemesh here, it should work fine. So that's all I would do as far as the mouth bag stuff. Any jobs allow you to do character design and modeling in the same job in the industry? That's what I do. A little bit. But that kind of depends on the company, and they're probably not as common. But I think it's getting more like that. You know, most concept artists do modeling and design, so concept is probably your best bet. But even character modelers, they do it as well. So at this point, you could just do half, because that is pretty high still. Keep letting that go here. How to generate our own material from scratch. I don't. I mean, you can go in here to your basic materials, and this is just going to be going into your material settings. If you want to do a deeper dive into materials, go to my YouTube channel, and there is a thing called ZBrush Guide Stylized Rendering, and I go under ZBrushGuides.com, Pablo Munoz Gomez's stuff, his PDF. You can download that for free and follow through. And that'll take you a little bit more into the material properties. Yes, ZBrush Photoshop CC is a default plugin, so you won't have to download that from their website. Did you model the base of that character, or did you use some model as the base? This character here, okay, so there's ZRemesh half. Let's keep ZRemeshing this half. So as it gets lower and lower, it's going to go faster and faster. And if you want to ever do a different midpoint algorithm, hold down Alt and ZRemesh. know what? Is it not? Oh, you know what? You can't do Alt on a custom menu and hit ZRemesher. I think you have to go down here and hit Alt on the actual ZRemesher button. There you go. So it's a different algorithm here. But you can see we still have our mouth bag in here. We still have our lips in here. And we ZRemesh this. So now if we want to, you know, get our details back, it's just a matter of making sure both of these are on. Going to projectile under your subtool menu, Control D, projectile, Control D, projectile, Control D, projectile. We don't need this one anymore. And now we've got our head here with subdivision history that you can go in and clean up. Oops, I should have checked that first. I had to go in here. All that would be a Z project cleanup. But since this is a kind of a simple area, we just go in here with our clay brush and project that out. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. Go watch the live stream videos. That'll walk you through more options on the ZRemesher to get a little bit better flow, but that's the basic idea.